So Zach Kreger and his team, they released the first trailer for Resident Evil. I'm just going to call it Zach Kreger's Resident Evil. That'll be the easiest way because the movie's just literally called Resident Evil. Listen, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I've been playing the games, for nearly 3 decades. It's crazy. I remember first playing Resident Evil 1 and 2 like in 1998 on the PS1. And I've been playing so many. I haven't played every single Resident Evil game, but I've played many of them, if not most of them. And I think, Capcom and the Resident Evil franchise, they've been on a tear for these last 10 years, nearly 10 years, starting with Resident Evil 7. Biohazard, and kind of reinventing it, but also kind of paying respect and it being an homage, almost like the original one, saying a mansion again, and then also giving us Village, of course, and most recently 9, obviously, which is one of my which is not just one of my favorite games of the year so far. It's my favorite game of the year. I love it, blending both kind of the more modern first person survival horror stuff that the franchise has been doing with more of the over-the-shoulder, third-person kind of action gameplay, like from Resident Evil 4, but certainly the remakes. And the remakes have also, I've really enjoyed. Everything from, 2 to 3 to 4 remake. It's been a good time to be a Resident Evil video game fan. Now, when it comes to the movies, though, it has not. It's been pretty rough. It's like you had, the Mila Jovovich and, Paul W.S. Anderson movies. From now 20 years ago, 25 years ago. And like that first film, it's like, I don't even hate it. It's fine. It's barely Resident Evil. It has some of the iconography of some of the monsters. It's kind of like a decent zombie movie, right? And then like the immediate sequel was awful. Then the third one was actually pretty fun. It being set like in Vegas and stuff in the desert. And then I've only seen the fourth one after that, but that one was awful. So, I still need to watch like the last 2. But overall, just not great adaptations of the games, obviously. And just the director putting his wife in them, and it's like, ugh. And then, of course, you had Welcome to Raccoon City from a couple years ago, which I think is the worst Resident Evil movie so far, even though that was closer, quote-unquote, to the games. It was so bizarre that they combined the stories of Resident Evil 1 and 2. Like, first of all, I don't think you should do that. I mean, if you were going to do, since they take place so far from each other, if you were going to do that, even though I say you should not, I would advise not doing that. It should be 2 and 3, because 2 and 3, like 3 happens before, during, and after the events of Resident Evil 2. It's like it's all kind of happening side by side to a degree. So it's just weird that they chose to do that. Anyway, that didn't work out. It was a huge flop. It was just awful. And, Zach Kreger has been killing it these last couple of years with things like Barbarian, most recently Weapons last year, which was in one of my favorite movies of 2025. It was in my top 10. And now he's doing it. And he's been saying a lot of stuff about this film. It's not an exact adaptation of any of the games. It's a side story happening alongside Resident Evil 2, which that sounds cool. I'm a little confused because I didn't know this was set during the winter, because Resident Evil 2, the events, and 3 take place like in September. And so unless, the half of Raccoon City was just hit by a sudden snowstorm, it just melted, like that's a little weird, but I don't know, maybe there's an explanation. So anyway, let's go take a look at the trailer, chat. I'll come back with my thoughts, come back with your thoughts. We'll have a nice little conversation.
Hello? I had a little bit of a problem on the road. I was wondering if I could use your phone.
I'm gonna help myself.
Hello?
Kind of cozy. It's a good start, though.
We're sorry.
Real good start.
Hey, babe. Look, I'm really sorry that we got disconnected earlier, but some things have happened. I'm in like a seriously fucked up situation right now.
Uh-oh.
And looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again.
Baron Harkonnen, what are you doing here? Oh, that was weird. Some legs up there.
I just wanted you to know.
Look at me, yep, going off the side. Ooh, they're exploding.
I love you.
There you go. September 18th. This year, chat. I mean, listen, there are some like really cool visuals in this trailer that I am definitely digging. It looks like it's going to be a goopy, gory like, what the hell's going on over here? It's like, this must be like some sort of spider creature, or maybe it's like a rat, a rat king situation where they all combine into like one organism. Because you got all the limbs and stuff. You got like a leg, an arm, and you got like legs up here and everything. Like, what the hell's going on there? Like, that's a little wild. You got Baron Harkonnen just hanging out. I think that zombie's been eating. He's been eating all goddamn day. And listen, you're gonna see some abomination. Which is kind of cool that they are leaning into not just zombies, but also just monsters, because the T-virus is just constantly mutating. They put the T-virus in the fucking spiders and snakes, and, they're like, what if we combine a scorpion and a gorilla? What happens? Not good. So it escaped. So that, I like that they're leaning into that. And I kind of, like, I can, get with the idea, like, we're following a character that where the games, like, this is happening within the world of the games. And I'm like, okay. It's just, this is another story. This is like one of the notes that it's one of the notes that you find in Raccoon City, where it's someone else's, like, horrifying, adventure, and they encountered something monstrous, and then eventually you encounter that thing or whatever. Like, I think that's kind of cool. That's a cool idea. I'm a little confused of one thing that's kind of bugging you. They're saying, like, yes, this takes place during the events of Resident Evil 2 and 3, technically, as well. We should probably mention that, but whatever. But I don't know why it's snowing. That's a little weird. That's a little odd to me. But yeah, the rest of this looks cool, and I like that this is like, hey, this is set in the 90s, man. That's a corded phone. Ain't no goddamn cell phone. That's a corded phone. How do you guys feel about this? Let me see. But so this is a positive impression. I'm a little confused by the thing is, I like a wintry setting. I think that's really cool. It's very isolating. I mean, I love, like, John Carpenter's The Thing. But it's just odd that it's like, why is it snowy? If this is supposed to happen within the same... It's like, are we in Raccoon City? Maybe we're not even in Raccoon City. I don't know. Let me see. What do you guys think? Let me scroll. Scroll. Let's see. Ravandra, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. Uberbash says, I saw this earlier. I'm loving the vibe. I'd watch this even if it wasn't already like, oh, me too. It's like by itself. It just looks like a cool monster movie. Monster zombie film. And then I guess that's also kind of the thing, because if it wasn't revealed that this was Resident Evil at the end, like, it could be that. You're not wrong. Which I think for some people that might really frustrate them, Because I think because it's been shocking that they have not been able to actually adapt Resident Evil, because they'd be really easy stories to adapt. It's just like, they're B monster movies. Just do that. They just, for whatever reason, they haven't been able to. They keep entrusting it to shitty producers and filmmakers, and it's frustrating. But no, I agree. It looks really good. Well, you're not impressed with W.S. Anderson making his wife the most important person in Resident Evil universe. I know, making her Resident Evil Jesus. Oh, God. The opening of the 5th movie is such a blatant ripoff of how Dawn of the Dead remake opens, that Zack Snyder and or James Gunn could sue the fuck up Paul W.S. Anderson for everything he has and win. Yeah, I haven't seen the 5th one. I haven't seen the 5th or 6th one. I've only seen the first 4. And obviously, welcome to Raccoon City. Quagger's now 2 for 2 in terms of sending this guy into creepy houses nobody should be. Yeah, because this guy, who was this guy? Austin James? This is the guy who played the drug addict in Weapons. And apparently, so people that don't know, Weapons went through a little upheaval during the writers and actors strike. And not Zach Cregger's fault, obviously. And you had a lot of people that left the production, and they, because they're like, I'm contractually obligated to do this, or they just had to do other movies or shows or whatever. But the one person that stayed on the movie was what's his name? Austin Abrams. That's who it is. Austin Abrams, who played James, the homeless drug addict, and he was the burglar killer. And he was great in the movie. I thought he did such a great job. He was very funny, and he was kind of the first one to obtain a lot of interesting information, I'll say. And so I guess the fact that he's like, no, I love this character, I love this idea for this movie, so he stuck around. So I think him and Cregger are probably on pretty good terms, and why I made him the lead for this film. And I like the idea, like he's supposed to be like a medical courier, essentially. So I bet you, man, wouldn't that be funny if he actually has the medicinal herbs from Resident Evil, like that green and red and blue herb? That would actually be really funny if that's what he has and he actually uses it. I think that'd be a blast. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, one guy looked like Baron Harkin. That's weird. That's a big boy zombie, man. I think someone's gonna burst out his tummy. No question. Oh my God, that's right. You forgot about that show of Lance Reddick and Wesker and Dredd. I always forget that show existed, man. That show, holy shit. That thing was an abomination. Oh my God. What was that one called? What was that called? It was called Resident Evil. I can't remember what it was called. Yeah, that thing was awful. That's true. God damn, man. So yeah, when it comes to cinematic adaptation of Resident Evil, it's not been great. Yeah, he was looting some weapons, and of course there's no ammo in it. It's like, that's pretty cool. He's probably going to have to do some resource management. I don't want the game repeated. This looks cool. That's a fat Mr. X. Is that what it is? Fat Mr. X. Biggie Smith says, I'm intrigued. Hamilton says, well, looks interesting. Where are the eyeballs in the creatures so I know where the weakness shoot? Yeah, man, don't worry. They'll show up. Yeah, explain like water balloons. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I know, Dilmer says, I don't know anything about that creature coming outside. No way am I related to Garfield. Don't assimilate. This is Chris when he had the flu. Pretty much, man. Oh, it was me as what? Is Baron Harkin in there? I read an article from someone who visited the set. Apparently, the way the Baron Harkin zombie moves is really intense. Oh, interesting. So maybe he is like the Mr. X character. That's cool. A fat Mr. X. XL. It's Mr. XL. Yeah. Where's that? Where's ton of fun here? Yeah, Chad, it's Mr. XL. Oh, that'd be good. Yeah, it does look like a proper survival horror, though. I agree. Yeah, it's got a very lived-in looking world. I like that, too. Doesn't look like, all shiny and crap. Or like we're just on a set or a sound stage. We're on the other side of town from what the interview said. We are in Raccoon City. Oh, okay, so they just had a lot of snow. It was snowing on half the city. Fair enough. It looks promising. I'll be going into this with goodwill, considering Zach Cregger. Yeah, it's true. I mean, for the most part, I'm really like the only thing that's throwing me off like a little bit, like a teensy bit, is the fact that it's winter. So why is it winter? Other than that, we got another fat man in a tunnel, possibly eating people, reading a manga just like that. Oh, really? Oh, shit. That looks fucking wild. That looks really cool. He says it takes place after the events of Resident Evil 2 from the interview I was reading on IGN. Well, that doesn't make any sense, though, because, they dropped the nuclear weapon on, on Raccoon City. So that's a little weird. And, because it happens at the end of 3. Because 3 ends after the events of 2. So, yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man. You gotta, yeah. Yeah. I think it needs a subtitle Resident Evil something. Sure. Good to see you, Deadpool, by the way. Welcome. Yeah. That's weird, though. But if he's saying it takes place after the events of Resident Evil 2, but then the city would be destroyed. Okay. It'll be interesting to see what they pull from this, but going for keys and a corpse only for something to happen is peak. That is peak. Resident Evil's like, fuck. And you gotta fight it. I know, because they own the film licenses, right? Still, don't they still have them? Constantine? I know. I don't want them involved in any capacity. They fucked this franchise in the ground cinematically for decades. But yeah, I think they have the film. They have the film rights. Chris Ayers, yeah, because it was supposed to be Pedro Pascal, Josh Bonroll, and everybody else, and they just left. Also, in the same article, a lot of the set pieces are mostly practical effects, which is good. Which, you know, I mean, I believe that with Zach Cregger. He has a love for practical effects. Mm-hmm. What about Blesker? I totally forgot about that show. I guess this is XXXL. Yeah, you're not wrong. Mr. XL. That's what the fans are going to call. I bet I'm not the first one to make that either. If I am, I'm very proud of myself. This big guy looks like something from Little Nightmares. He does. Yeah, looks like the fatties from Little Nightmares. Yeah. After that pizza rots me. Oh, I'm so full of food. Because says it looks cool. I'll check it out. Oh yeah, me too. One thing. What does this have to do with Resident Evil? Well, as far as I know, I mean, based on what I read, although you guys are updating me with some information, this takes place in Raccoon City during the events, or I guess very soon after the events of Resident Evil 2. And we're following essentially another person on the other side of the city that wasn't like, with Leon or Claire Redfield or Jill Valentine. So this is all the shit that they didn't see. This is what this guy sees, and which I think is a good idea. But I'm just a little confused by the winter setting. So, yeah, but then them saying the same place after Resident Evil 2, it's like, well, they kind of dropped the bomb after that. So it's like, so someone, they got to get that. They got to clear that up. They got to clear that shit up, man. They really, really do. Because you get into trouble when you say, like, yep, this takes place in the world of the games. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But you got to get the canon right, man. But I don't know. Could be maybe it's a weather experiment. Maybe like fucking Umbrella was manipulating, satellites and created a snowstorm. I don't know. Winter zombie, snow zombie, man. But that's what it has to do with Resident Evil as far as I know. Let's see here. It was an IGN interview? Okay. Some guys have 6-packs and 8-packs guys pack too much. Yeah. Maybe it's the mountain rack. That would make more sense. If it's like, maybe it's like a mountain. Yeah, okay. And yeah, because it does take place in Colorado. All right. And you have what, the Arcalay Mountains? What was that mountain range? Okay. That'd be fine. But it looks like we're in the city in some of these places. So I don't know. I mean, out here in the country, I'd be like, I can buy that. Like, it's just some mountainous terrain that he's in, that he's like, walking in and all that. Like, I'm like, okay. This is like farm and land. I mean, we'll see. He's watching something give birth. There's something crazy happening here, Chad. He's like, what the fuck? I'm curious. Do you think we're going to see also, like more iconic, like Resident Evil monsters, like lickers and stuff? Because it's not in the trailer or anything. But I wonder if we're going to see like lickers or like a Nemesis or whatever. I don't know. Or like a Mr. X. There's multiple Mr. X's. Let's see here. Better not pull some I want him on the Nemesis project at the end. Oh, God, yeah. I feel like this is probably going to be a very self-contained story. I got a feeling it's just Resident Evil and title only, based on top of a Cregger. No. I also have that suspicion as well. I wonder if like Cregger, he just wanted to because he was a fan of Resident Evil. He said so. I don't know to what degree. But maybe it's like, I want to make a zombie movie that's inspired by Resident Evil, which is like, that's a cool idea. And then he's like, I'm just going to call it Resident Evil. But like continuity wise, it's like not making a lot of sense though, so yeah, I don't know. I listen, what I'm seeing though, like visually, it looks really cool. I love all the practical effects. That's looking great. I like this actor. I like the idea of what this is. I'm just a little confused on some of like they got to clean that shit up. Saying this takes place, either during or right after Resident Evil 2, but then the fucking Raccoon City's gone by that point. So it's like, they gotta clean some of that up now. And they just gotta all get on the same fucking plan. I don't know if they have. Chrissy was going to make this movie whether he got the Resident Evil. Okay, so there you go. I guess Deadpool's answered the question. Gregor said he was going to make this movie whether he got the Resident Evil license or not. So I think this was a zombie movie he just wanted to make that was inspired probably by Resident Evil. They couldn't actually say it, But now that he had the license, they literally put it on top. So I think that's the explanation, which that might, that might piss people off, man. We'll see. Imagine at the end they pull it. Do you know a Chris Redfield? Yeah. Oh, it's you in the bathtub. That is not me in the bathtub. I take showers. I'm guessing iconic monsters will be barely used and hardly ever seen. Already got zombies in there. Liquors are studio mandated at this point. They got to put a liquor in there. Yeah, we don't have guesses Resident Evil by watching. Exactly, yeah. It's like you don't have that the title at the end and be like, oh, this looks like a fucking cool monster zombie movie, whatever the hell is going on, which is fine. And that's the thing I'm most excited about it. It's like, oh, it's Zach Kreger's zombie movie. But the fact that you put Resident Evil on there, that people are going to be a little more critical, I think, especially fans. And also saying, like, this takes place within the world of the games. I'm like, all right, I'm already noticing. Listen, I'm not going to be a canon, the queen or whatever, but I'm noticing continuity issues. So, excuse me. Look, Billy had my full attention of not tell Resident. Me too. It still would have been like, oh, it's his next movie. I mean, it looks awesome. Like, I'm not being, like, super negative at all. I think it looks really good. I'm just a little confused by certain aspects. Baron Harkonnen, 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you. Because I'm eating. I need to go eat. Zach Kreger has said in interviews he's a huge fan, even referenced stuff from the classic games, and even has said he's been playing RA9. Yeah, no, I believe him. Yeah. Yeah, fans are gonna hate that. Yeah, if this is like one of those things where it's Resident Evil in name only, it's like, I'm gonna give it a fair shot though. Because there's a lot I'm liking, a lot that looks really cool. He said he wrote the script as an RE movie before getting a license. I thought, is that what he said? Okay, I don't know. I haven't seen this interview. Plot twist: he runs into Billy from Billy of all characters. Executive, sure, it's Resident Evil. Yeah, it's got zombies in it, doesn't it? That's a Super Comic Guru voice, because it is Super Comic Guru. No! Which is also a fat guy voice. I fear this might all be marketing BS. Yeah, no, I think that's a good fear to have. I think, listen, we've been burned as Resident Evil fans when it comes to the movies for 20 plus years now. There's no question about that. And so it's good to kind of go in cautiously. Even cautiously optimistic. Like, I'm hoping for the best. Like, I really do, because I really like Zach Kreger and what he's done. But, like, this is weird. There's some weird things that I have. People are going to be asking him. You said this takes place after the events of Resident Evil 2. Why is it snowing? And if why didn't Raccoon City explode? Unless it's gonna end with that. Unless it's literally going to end with that. But again, how's it explain that? I'm repeating myself. I really hope it's good. Our 4K says, I really hope it's good. Our live action movies never turn out good. Yep. I remember liking the first one, but didn't see it in ages, so my opinion on it might change. Yeah. No, I get it. Like, the first one's like it's a fine zombie film, but it's like, this is barely Resident Evil. But it's a Kreger movie, so it'll probably be good regardless. Exactly. It's like, you know what it might happen is, it might just be, wow, this is a really good zombie film, a really good monster movie. Barely has anything to do with Resident Evil. It's really good. Nuclear Fallout, maybe. Yeah, I was thinking, like, is that Nuclear Ash, or is like Nuclear What? I mean, I don't know. Oh, we'll see.